No
Let's
sexy kill in my
go.
shit, I mean, none.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to
And a very, 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 very good morning to the coffee beans. Trying out new styles over here at TSOC headquarters. I walked in. First I was playing Authentic by C. Ray Walls, and Taz was Taz. And then we started like talking about theme of the day show. As you can see, the swole meats are the thumbnail because they are the thumbnail because they represent joy and the journey being more important than the destination. But I started talking about Rick Jackson with his lying ass. Mr. Someone left me $100 on the nightstand when I was in the orphanage. You lying motherfucker. You lying son of a bitch. Ain't nobody leave that man $100 on the dresser. Come on, that sounds hookerish and kiss my ass. That's an attention. Don't care, man. Goddamn, Rick Jackson went to the orphanage in a whorehouse. Goddamn.
Back the fuck up.
The echo thing again.
When did this become a whorehouse?
I'm gonna have to rewire every goddamn thing on this damn place. I really am. So, today's Truthful Thursday. As you can see, the theme is the journey is more important than the destination. Now, we've done several shows like this on this particular topic, but it bears repeating the more we see how the world is operating right now. So it is always good to remind ourselves that we're all going to die. Now if that sounds morbid to you, then you're thinking about it the wrong way. Okay? Birth guarantees you one thing, that death will come. Right? I fear it. I used to not fear it, but after my mother passed away, I told y'all, I started to fear it again. But what I started to understand, not only through my own deconstruction, but through living, is this. If I already know how this is going to end, then why am I not living to the fullest? Morning, big sis. Love you. Like, I'll give y'all a perfect example. For those of you who have, everybody's been in love. You know that bullshit love at first sight type thing? It's not that. You might have lust at first sight. You damn sure can have some lust at first sight. I've had some lust at first sight. I have lust at first sight now. I was looking.
I loved it in him at first sight. Thank you very much.
Okay. The exception that proves the damn rule. Thanks a lot, Taz. We know, woman. Y'all story gonna be told with like those types of guitars that what's the bards used to play? Bling, 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 bling. Her Lady Taz, first of her name, Queen of the Andals and the Last Men, once looked upon the gaze that was the TikTok world and saw a man with crispy beard. Diddling, 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 diddling. Lord Chaos of the Winter North, strong of the Chicago wind. We know we got that. All right, we already understand. That's how y'all, come on, man. Y'all out here with that bullshit, right? There's a man goat. There's a man goat playing a lute someplace with your story. The story of Queen Taz and King Chaos. How the Reloadeds took over all of Eternia. Like, we get it, all right? Okay. Damn, woman.
You know what? Go on with your story, shit.
There's a dude with goat legs wearing a beret that's telling your story right now using Shakespearean language. We get it already. Damn.
No, he's coming in going, when I was a young warthog.
Good Lord, woman. Every time. She's like, well, I felt in love at first sight. Yes, because you were atop a white dragon with a unicorn horn. We get it. We get it, woman.
You know what? Tell your story. I'm going to get my coffee, David.
Thank you.
I see we just keep skipping. We just keep skipping the Yo Mama joke.
No, it's Truthful
Because
Thursday.
that's usually my coffee. That's usually my coffee.
You want your mama joke? Fine. I will give y'all the customary morning greeting. But I have lost Godzilla. Godzilla's missing.
You want to know who never gets lost? You want to know who never gets lost?
Ooh.
Jerry the giraffe.
So y'all getting Coco this morning, okay?
We love
We
Coco.
start in the morning. Listen, Coco side eye -2. Damn it. We're going to have a good show today, people.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Miss America, and all. The ships at sea. Welcome to a Truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the Brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild. A proud, upstanding member of the Outcast Nation. And since Taz loves these Your Mama jokes, for the Your Mama joke this morning, while I'm sitting here talking about journeys and destinations, your mother has never met that destination when she rides your daddy's journey. You know what I mean? Like, it's never happened. So when she met me, she was like, I can't get to the end of the destination because my husband's journey is so small and I can't ride it as long. I told her, okay, this can be solved. It can be solved. I introduced her to a Greyhound bus ride known as Daddy Longstroke.
Daddy Longstroke. You can't smoke it. Daddy Longstroke. You can't toke it. Daddy Longstroke. 8 inches. Come on, DB.
Needless to say, she reached that destination so many damn times, she now has a house there. Tain't my fault. It tain't my fault. I got nothing for you. Argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Now, back to the subject of today's show. So, if you're already guaranteed that the end is coming, and trust me, kids, it is, why not live? like I said yesterday, whether it's Michael Wright, who will forever be Eddie Kane Jr. when he's not Romello Scuggs from Sugar Hill, whether it's Hayden Panettiere, who will always be the cheerleader that we needed to save the world, whether it's Tim Curry, Mr. Pennywise himself, or whether it's the incomparable Dolly Parton. Each of them ran their journey and reached their destination. Now, I know there's some people that we all wish would hurry up and meet their destination. Cough, Trump. Cough, Trump. Trump. Oh, Trump. I can't believe you're wishing death on the president. No, I'm wishing he did hurry up and reach his destination. That's all I'm doing. Drugging me for. Even though there are people like that we wish would hurry up and reach their destination. The journey, as I told y'all yesterday, is the most important part. I've said this on several shows like this, that the destination is the most important part of the journey. I mean, of your life. The journey is. I mean, not destination, but the journey is the most important part of your life because you already know what's about to happen. You already know how this ends. Now, this is where enjoying the journey comes in. I'm going to ask a series of questions. You just raise your hand if you agree or it's actually happened, or if you don't want to say it but it has happened, you ain't got to say nothing, okay? Like I was talking about love at first sight and lust at first sight. Like I was saying that, I was scrolling Instagram and Tess Holiday popped up again. And all I got to say is this. I just want to get a Saint Swole meat or a Sylvia Saint Swole meat on that woman's body. I just want to take one picture. She ain't got to advertise. She ain't got to do none of that. I just want to put one Sylvia Saint Swole meat t-shirt around that woman and have her take a picture. And the reason I want to do that is this. I find Tess Holiday to be very attractive. There, I said it. Okay? But it is part of my journey to like and love and admire and think this woman is desirable, right? Now, that's my journey. But here's a series of questions. How many of you have stopped yourself from enjoying something, let's say in the past month? Like I said, you can raise your hands if you want, or if you did enjoy something but don't want to talk about it, cool. But raise your hand if you have stopped yourself from enjoying something in the past month. There you go. Something you were all in. You were like, oh my God, I'm having the time of my life, and you stopped yourself. How many of you stopped yourself from looking at someone and really being attracted, turned on, whatever, in the past month? You stopped yourself from doing it. How many? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. How many of you had a choice between something that did not fulfill you and something that did fulfill you, and you did the thing that didn't fulfill you? Go ahead, raise your hand. The reason I'm asking these questions the way I'm asking them is this, because Dragon City's a bit confused. Let me explain what I'm talking about, Dragon. In your life, it's kind of like what Owlman said. With each decision we make, we literally create a world. One world when we made the choice, and the second where we did. That is the journey. That is the journey. As a kid, when your mom told you, don't put your hand on that goddamn hot stove, it's going to burn shit out of you, you had a choice whether to do it or not do it. If you didn't do it, later on in life, when you do it, you're not going to be prepared for it. But if you did it, you understand what a hot stove means, right? That is what joy should be doing for your life. You should make those joyful choices that inevitably lead to more learning and more seeking of the joy. Now, I know I sound like preacher man, and I am not. I'm not going to sit up in front and say I am. I am not. But especially in the time we live in right now, it is imperative that you find some joy in the journey. The American psyche, which has never really truly been good, it has never been well. There's always been something in the American psyche that people use to escape something else. But especially in 2026, especially under this orange bastard, especially, the problem we're having, the biggest problem we're having, is that it is more important for us right now to be happy, and we're not. It's a rat race. It is a rat race. It is work, go home, be tired. It's not having fulfilling relationships. It's not having fulfilling friendships. It's not even cultivating any friendship. We are in a dark and dire place. We are. That's why when somebody like Dolly Parton dies, it hits harder. It hits a lot harder. Why? Because Dolly gave us joy. Dolly gave us joy. Do you understand that woman with the bouffant hair and the breast and the rhinestones and everything like that? She lived a life where she loved the man she loved for 59 damn years. And he loved her right back. It wasn't like, I loved him, he didn't love me, blah, blah, blah. She loved that man, and he loved her. And in the process of her loving on him and him loving on her, she gave love to us. That was part of her journey. Y'all see what I'm saying? Dolly didn't just, I just make country music and I go on about my business. No, Dolly was giving. Dolly was accepting. Dolly was loving to everyone. You got black folks in the hood right now crying real tears over the death of that white woman. Because Dolly's journey was about loving and making people enjoy. And then in turn, that made your journey easier. You see how it's almost symbiotic in a way. But in the world we live in 2026, we are being cut off from that part. We are. I said something on the Villain's View the other night that I mean sincerely, even though I have no reason to feel this way. That sometimes I feel like my co-hosts don't like me. Like I have this nagging thing in the back of my head that I talk to, goddamn. I have a nagging thing in the back of my head that says, I talk to him. It's like all Thomas does is talk. He overtalks everybody. And I'm very cognizant of that. If I'm on a show with anybody else, I'm very cognizant of it. That thought process stops me from really enjoying the people I work with. Like, I love the hell out of Taz. I genuinely do, 100%. But even with Taz, I feel like sometimes I talk too much, which stops me from enjoying the time Taz and I have on this show, or stopping me from enjoying the times that Taz and I, along with Angry and Gambit, are together, or when we're on Rouse or Superplex or whatever, right? You couple that with the way the world, the way the United States is acting, it's a lonely damn time in my head. It is. It's very lonely. I forget the journey sometimes. And I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I do wish for the destination to hurry up. I do. And there's a part of me is like, how do I stop thinking like that? How do I stop thinking like that? And I don't know how, because I haven't been, this is all new territory for me. All of it. Feeling the feelings, thinking the thoughts, loving the people. This is all new to me. This is all new to me. I was raised by people who loved as survival. My mother and my father loved through survival. Through survival. They wanted us smarter. They wanted us better than them. They wanted us to live fulfilling lives. Because they had seen what mistreatment you will get from the world if your ass is black in America. Right? So all of this is new to me. I love on a survival instinct. If you ever notice, and my wife will tell you this, when I talk about how much I love somebody, I instantly go to, I would die for them. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on, buddy. Wait a minute. That's a lot.
Oh, brother. Whoa. Now,
that's a lot.
You got too much dip on your chip.
That's too much dip on the chip. And if you notice, a lot of people say that, I love that person so much, I die for them. What about living for them? What about that? That's love as a survival technique. And we have a president and a cabinet that are making decisions that make us feel like we have to love the people we're with to death. We got to love them. I would stand underneath the tank treads for you. We ain't got to do all that. We don't, because where is the love at? Where's the joy? Where is it? You're ready to die for somebody, but you're not ready to live for them. So this is all new to me. Please understand, I'm not saying this as an expert. This shit is new to me. This is all new. In a lot of ways, I think when I first started doing social media, it wasn't a persona, but I adapted to the times that we lived in. The times where people with no education whatsoever are trying to tell doctors that something that is killing people isn't real. The times where the leader of the free world, the person that's supposed to assure us in a time of crisis, is telling us, hey, yo, drink some Clorox and shove a UV light up your ass. In a time where elections happen, B, people lose elections every day, B, you be all right type. People are storming capitals and shit. And it was a time that my mother passed away. My pillar, the greatest woman I will ever know, passes away. It was a time where something I had wanted to do since I was 7 years old, I was not physically or mentally capable to do. Something I had never said in my life. So I instantly jumped into the social media pool, pissed off. I'm not gonna front, I was mad. I jumped in that bitch pissed off. Because none of it was making any sense. It was rush. These things were going over and over and over. And it was like, I guess I have to go in the way the world is. Which means it was a whole almost 180-degree turn when I discovered that that's not a fulfilling ass life. My journey is on some potholes and some end of the road boys to men type shit. You know what I mean? I talked about Professor Moriarty the other day. What a lot of y'all don't realize is he saved me. He did. Sure, I had people that I followed that followed me on TikTok that I followed that I admired and, hey, I love your work. But nobody ever really reached out to speak to me until that summit. From him, everything else started to bloom. And then all of it started to make sense. All of it. That I wasn't a persona, I was a person. And that person is going to die one day. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life like this? I realized I didn't. I think every one of y'all have had that same revelation. Mary walked in. First off, good morning, Mary. But I'm going to use Mary as an example. Why does Mary have to fight for her right to exist? Why does Mary have to fight for people to recognize her as the beautiful human being that she is? Mary's journey is something I've never lived. So having Mary around me allows me to broaden the journey I'm on. Tracina, we give Tracina jokes because she's down from Crow Pussy, Mississippi. We give Tracina jokes, but Tracina lives a life, whether it's the struggle or the joy, that I've never lived. So guess what? Having her in my life adds to my journey. Because you ain't got to add shit to the destination. All right. In the grand scheme of things, the destination is boring as shit. In the grand scheme of things, the destination is boring as shit. Hi, I'm deaf. Okay, what should I expect? Nothing. 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 You hear it's nothing. You get nothing. You know what I'm saying? You get nothing. The destination is boring as shit. It's a box. It's an urn. It's being put into a tree. It's being poured into the ocean. It's all of that. But it's the end. It's not like a Marvel movie where you sit for a few minutes and there's some after credit action. No, bitch, it's done. That's it. Nard talking about he about to commit war crimes. They was gonna have him decaf. Sir, if you bring decaf in here, we're gonna have a problem. So the destination is boring as shit. It's boring. But that journey, baby, woo! You should live a life where on your journey, you get moist or hard for somebody. Somebody should turn you the F on, just on sight, in the journey. Has anybody ever turned on a corpse? Anybody ever tried to get sexy for a dead body? Pause.
Pause! What is that?
Has anybody tried it?
You took a left turn at Albuquerque, and that is not.
I didn't take a left turn. I know where I'm going. I know the neighborhood. Just hold on, Taz. Taz is the is like the driver that would step in if I couldn't drive, and her ass over there going, I don't know where I'm at, Thomas. Thomas, I don't know where I'm at. Morning, Nana. Love you.
I hold the map. I'm not gonna drive though, because
I know you hold the map. But nobody tries to turn on corpses. Nobody gets gussied up and looks sexy to walk through a goddamn cemetery, because guess what? Nobody's going to answer. But you do. Natalie does when she looks at Trump. Bitch got two wandering biggie eyes. God damn it. While I'm at it, give him up. Just give him up. Give him up.
Kobe!
Give him up. Kobe got thrown out of the car. Shab, you already there. You good. You good. Just
Kobe!
The car stopped for a little bit. Taz, the perfect passenger princess. Why does that sound like a doll you can put in your pocket? I don't know why that.
Kobe.
Because I am a doll. They can be put in pocket.
You know
Pause.
what? I'm
Wait a
trying to tell
minute.
you.
Pause.
I pause. Listen.
Pause. What is that?
Ashley, that's why you here. Because we about to make it a good morning, goddammit.
Come sit next to me, Ashley.
Come on over here. Come on.
Come here.
Now, the reason I say we get gussied up for each other is for the attention. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, attention, good or bad, is still part of the journey, right? Like, I want y'all to think about Beyonce attraction, Jake Lang attraction, okay? Beyonce attraction is beautiful. It is soulful. It's stunning. Jake Lang is spectacle and nothing else. Now, both of them are on their journey. Both of them are on their journey. But which one do you think is more fulfilled? You can say, well, it's Beyonce, obviously, because she has money. Money is not a part of the journey. Money is what you spend during the journey. Money don't mean shit. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? I would love to have $1 million. I would love to have $5 million. I'd love to have $10 million. But guess what? It's not the thing that buys my happiness. I can rent happiness for that shit, but I can't buy it. Okay? Happiness does not come with, oh, by the way, here's some, here's some money. Enjoy it. It doesn't come out like that. It doesn't, okay? But all money does is afford you the ability to be able to enjoy the journey that you're on. Because the moment your ass die, you cannot spend none of that shit on the other side. But we don't say these things. And why is that? Why do we not say these things? Why is it that we can look at Jake Lang and get spectacle and nothing else out of it? We can look at Beyonce and be pleased and enjoy her being a part of our journey. Yet in America in 2026, the Jake Langs are more important. Who told you that? Mary should not have to justify her life to anybody. Nana should not have to justify her life to anybody. Tracina should not have to justify her life to anybody. Taz shouldn't have to justify her life to anybody. It is our individual journeys. We just so happen to bump into each other while doing it. And the thing is, we don't highlight any of the things that make our journey happy. We don't. And why? Because we're taught not to. We're taught that hard work is a virtue. And then we find out, oh, it's only a white virtue. No, hard work is hard work. It's the shit you got to do to survive. That should not be your selling point. That's the equivalent of a dude paying child support saying, I take care of my kids. Bitch, that's what you're supposed to do. You want a cookie? I take care of my kids. I drink linear water. What is the difference? Like this? That's what you're supposed to do. Hard work is something you're supposed to do. Now, if you're physically unable to do said hard work, that's where the joy part comes in. I would joyfully, happily, with arms wide open, pay higher taxes to make sure people like my daughter never have to worry about ever being put on the streets. I would do that. I would do that. I would do it. In a heartbeat, I would do it. I would pay higher taxes to make sure veterans are sheltered, fed, and taken care of. And I mean that. Oh, you're going to pay higher taxes? Bitch, yeah, okay. It's part of the government. I would do these things. But not just, I'm not even talking about the economic part. I'm talking about the part of human dignity should be more important than anything else. And that includes the profit margin, how much your stock portfolio's worth. Human dignity should always be paramount. But once again, we're told that you gotta work hard and bootstraps and shit and blah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Samuel Monroe Jr. died. I'm so goddamn. Oh, my God! A lot of y'all don't know who Samuel Monroe Jr. is. But if you've ever seen a hood movie, you've seen Samuel Monroe Jr. For all of my Minister Society fans, hey, which one of y'all came? Check this out. I'm Ali's cousin, partner. She don't like the way you've been dogging her, and I don't need. I think you need to watch We Call Her a Bitch, partner. He died. I can't even. But again, he gave us joy on his journey, and he has reached his final destination. He has reached his final destination. He's gave us a lot of good work, and he wasn't even anywhere near the hood-like dude that he played in the movies. But that was fine. That was fine. He made money. He became famous. That was part of his journey. He has reached his destination. He gave us joy. We will remember him when we get to the end of our journey. But hard work is not a part of the journey. It's just what you have to do while you're taking your journey. So you shouldn't brag about that. There's nothing to brag about. Like bragging that you have both feet. That's not something to brag about. Neither is paying bills. You know, we take care of our bills unlike the blacks. Bitch, I take care of my teeth unlike the untoothed. What are you talking about? Like, be so goddamn for real. Ooh, I pay taxes. Ooh, I pay my bill. Bitch, do you want a cookie? These are not a part of the journey. It's just what you have to do while you're doing it. Because all bills stop at the destination. As soon as death hits, guess the untoothed. Yes, I said untoothed. Uh-oh, another word for the Sound of Coffee lexicon. Listen, the Sound of Coffee lexicon is tick. You know what I mean? T-I-C-K, tick. You know what I mean?
Y'all gotta take like 2 days break, okay, for me to get this stuff typed up. Every day there's like 3 new words.
Hey,
Chill.
Untoothed should have been a part of this a long time ago.
No, you said something else before.
Funky untoothed bitch.
Yeah,
y'all funky untoothed bitch.
That was what it was. We'll just shorten it to untoothed.
Untoothed. Yes, untoothed. You were lacking teeth, so therefore you're untoothed.
Yeah, I'm going
Listen,
back to my coffee.
The Sound of Coffee lexicon book is going to be nasty work. Me and Taz are going to work for a whole month to put that damn thing together.
It's going to take about that long.
And then, hold on. And then we're going to have to put definitions in the shit.
Definition. And for some of these, I'm going to have to put some pictures because I realized some of these, I don't know how to put into words.
Hey, have you ever been swallowed? It's going to be one of them difficult ones that we're going to have to do. Like, that's...
Lord have mercy, you ain't been done until you've been gone. Annabelle with the 3. You know what? Go ahead, take that. Give
it to her. Give it to her, please. Give it to her, please.
Kobe.
Good goddamn. Ain't never been done until you've been gummed. Annabelle all day today. All day today. I'm gonna be thinking about like somebody putting it in your mouth. Like Thank you, Annabelle. I appreciate it. My eyes was open on that one, Annabelle. It got all in my eye. Like it was. I got.
Oh,
in my eye right
we do have a new addition to the Sound of Coffee because y'all was on one yesterday, and Thomas put y'all in the timeout inside the timeout. So there you go.
The timeout. Listen, that corner should have old stale cookies and a glass of milk.
It does. Look at it. That's that timeout
milk.
corner your grandma used to put you in there. One pillow, a blanket, a half a juice box, and the cookies from the back of the pantry that she forgot about 2 weeks ago.
That's the release the cracking corner. Got you go in there, everybody dying. Like just.
And I don't know if y'all grandma was like mine. She used to put us in the corner right where you could kind of sort of, if you squint real hard, see the TV, but you really couldn't see the TV, so you could hear it. So that was even worse. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I went in that
they in there
corner
watching
once.
Sanford and Son. You in there watching the walls.
Yeah, this is what the corner looked like.
On the Instagrams.
This is what the corner looked like. There was the origin story for the snitch that became Taz. I started telling on everybody.
Everybody got to get told. Listen, everybody got to get told on. Dry Snitching Records presents.
You bite into a stale cookie one good time, and all you can do is hear the TV. You gonna start snitching too.
Listen,
I started telling.
Listen, that's the everybody ain't gonna make it corner. Going to grandma use you some switches for the tree, the wall to get. Listen, my grandfather made me go get a switch one time, and he never did it again. Why? Because the first time he hit me in my ass with that bullshit, I left. Listen, sir, you're the nuts my father wrote in on. Bitch, I ain't got to. Did you just hit me with something that grows in the backyard? Did you just take something that grows in the backyard and hit me in the ass? You are the nuts my father wrote in on. Bitch, I ain't got to listen to you.
Good night, fella.
Out of here. Thomas, come back and get this switching. Why? But I don't know that man. Won't you use that switch on daddy? Why you using it on me? I'm the product of his nuts. He's the product of yours. Don't beat him, God damn it.
Nope, my grandma sent me out. She didn't even send me out to get a switch. I looked at her, I said, "Are we poor now?" Like she busted out laughing so hard, didn't nobody get a whooping that day. My grandma could not stop laughing. She just, again, my family was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Here's a fun House McCormick story. My brother hated getting his ass whooped. Hated it. Hated it. Right? So when the ass whooping started, my mother would, because again, single mother, we all screwing up, we all gonna get ass whooped. I got mine. I go upstairs. Yeah, who did? Somebody did. Infernal. Come on, man. Infernal, you need to. Infernal must be stopped. So, my mother's giving out ass whoopings, right? She always goes with me first because I'm the biggest kid. I'm the second oldest. I'm the biggest kid. My sister Linda's sitting there, and listen, shout out to my sister Linda. She knew how to ignore some shit. Kids getting their ass whooped in the circle. Linda over here bagging up ground beef like, Mom, what are you over there doing? Oh, you beating ass? Oh, let me ground up. Let me put up more of this ground beef before I catch an ass whooping. So I was always first to get the free ass whooping because I was the biggest and I was the second oldest. Then my sister Lizzie would get it because she trying to creep around me. My mother would stop her. She would ungrab me and grab Lizzie and start beating her ass. Quisha got it because she wasn't moving. Quisha was like, I ain't got to stay here. I ain't getting my ass whooped. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. Then there was Rocky. Lord, there was Rocky. The ass whooping in question. This was the night when all four of us was getting the ass whooping and Linda over in the corner bagging goddamn ground beef like she bagging kilos of cocaine. Okay? Comes time for Rocky to get this ass whooping. Rocky starts praying out loud and speaking in tongues and shit. My brother was going, oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. Oh, Lord. My mother laughed so goddamn hard she didn't beat him.
Rocky was smart, but see,
I'm upstairs with
once
the
again.
I'm upstairs with the crying, and he come upstairs, ain't got ass whooping nothing. I looked at him like, bitch.
Nope.
Listen, no, I looked at him just like this.
I'm knocking somebody the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying?
Understand now.
If I didn't love you as much as I do, man, I'd be breaking your ass off. I would be beating.
Nope. I tried to look up in the literal physical phone book, the black market, because I was going to sell 2 of my younger brothers off to the black market. Because let me explain, they got in trouble. They convinced my dad that I was in on their shenanigans. And I was like, first of all, Negro, I don't even like them like that. I don't do nothing with them. Okay. I don't even know why y'all didn't just stop having children when it came to me. That was a good stopping point. But no, you want to just keep going.
They were like, we did good with the first one, except for that leg. Let's try it again.
I wasn't even the first one. I was the middle one. They should have stopped with me. Like, oh, you hit perfection. Stop going. But they wanted to keep going. But my father, and this was some child abuse shit. My father, where he got this from, I don't know. It just appeared in the house one day. Had a damn 2x4 that he called a paddle. That is not a paddle, sir. He talking about bend over. I'm gonna hit you with it. Bend over. Sir, I will sir, call everybody on you.
You're not beating me with the framing of a house, sir. You're not gonna whoop my ass with the framing of a house, sir.
My dad swung because he told us to bend over his bed. He swung. I have never drugged my leg, because I did have to drag one leg, and crawled up the bed onto the headboard, right? I am teetering on the headboard. My dad is like,
spider monkey their goddamn self.
My dad is like, come
spider monkey their goddamn self. What kind of shit is this, Taz?
He was like, you have to be punished. I was like, I didn't do anything. And I was like, and here's the thing. My parents had got me a copy of the Constitution. So I read the Constitution. So I'm now reciting the Bill of Rights to them like it's a court of law.
You know what? And Taz, you're 49, ain't you? You're
yes.
49, ain't you? See, you like a year younger than my brother. See, both of y'all knew that bullshit. And
but here's the thing, like my brothers, they had already got
you reciting the damn Bill of Rights. He over here bringing up a Honda. Like,
yeah,
no,
and my brothers,
no.
I catch them, and they're looking at each other like, what the hell's wrong with this wench? But then they realize it's working, because my dad is starting to think about it. And then he's like, I don't care about none of that. It's not a democracy in this house. And I was like, so if I dial and I start reciting the number for Child Protective Services, he's like, what you know about that?
Why?
I looked it up. He's like, why are you randomly looking stuff up? Well, when you talk to me about the Constitution and my rights, I wanted to see what rights I had as a child. And I was like, in between the age of this and this, I have these rights. He was like, I thought you were just calling your grandparents. Oh, I'm going to call them too. I'm going to tell them that they failed. Was that the best time to tell my daddy that?
No.
At that point, my mother walked in and was like, what's going on? And he was like, well, she and the boys did this. And my mom was like, outside? Yeah. Outside? Yeah.
What?
She went outside? Like,
Lord.
willingly? You didn't make her go outside? He was like, no. You believe that she went outside with those 2 boys and did what? My dad thought about it. Yep.
See?
So as I walked out the room, I stuck my tongue out at my dad. He popped me on the head. I called his daddy.
See? Listen. I don't like. Listen. If everybody getting the ass whooping, don't try to get away out of it. Don't do that.
No, first of all, look. If I was involved, I would have taken
my ass. Both of y'all.
Nope. I would have taken the beat down. Nope. I would have taken the beat down if I was involved. But I really, truly was. I was not involved. I wasn't. Okay. My brothers decided. They decided they were going to be Tarzan. They took. Okay, because my mama, good Caribbean woman, had a clothesline. They took the cords from her clothesline down, hung it around a bunch of trees from other people's backyards to swing from tree to tree down the street in people's backyards. In these
goddamn ghetto Spider-Man. What is this?
So the neighbors, because we're in the suburbs, so the neighbors are like, well, what's going on? These kids swinging in the backyard. So they're afraid. And on this block, there was like 2 white women. So the 2 white women go tell my dad because they're terrified that there's black kids swinging in their backyard. And they're like, these people might come kill us. They might beat our
Ghetto
ass.
Spider-Man.
So
Look,
yeah.
it's a bird. The ghetto
So
Spider-Man.
like y'all know me today. Okay. What part of I'm going out to swing from trees does that sound believable? If somebody called you right now and said, hey, Thomas, Taz outside swinging around in trees, you wouldn't believe that shit.
I would hang up the phone after laughing in their face. Like, wait a minute. The chick with the no-call, no-show leg is swinging in trees right now? Word? Word? You mean the one that stood up and her leg said, no, we sitting back down again, bitch? Like, she swung on what? A what? No. If you don't
cynical, I started off in college. Cynical fun fact. I started off in college as a pre-law major, undergraduate, and then I swapped majors because it finally dawned on me that before I could get to a point in a career where I could truly pick and choose clients, I may have to represent people who really did it. And in good conscience, I couldn't do it. I literally I broke down in tears. I broke down in tears and talked to 2 of my professors and an advisor. And then 2 years ago, no, about a year and a half ago, as a joke on my former podcast, people were like, oh, when Kim Kardashian, the whole thing with her in law school and stuff. And they're like, yeah, you can test into law school. The OG Wonder Woman did it. And I was like, okay, I did it. And yeah, I qualified. And right now, if I could get the right law firm to sponsor me, I could go through an accelerated program. But again, little on the fence. Yeah, it has been told to me. Yeah, I would have to go that route because there is Thomas and quite a few people in the chat know this about me. It still vexes my spirit because I do not want to be put in a position where to pay my bills, I would have to represent someone that in good conscience, I just could not.
Yeah, listen, Taz is a lot of things, but a moral person is absolutely one of them. Listen, if they got you on camera with 16 keys in the car and two Russian hookers, and you try to tell them the car don't belong to you, even though it's registered to you, Taz will walk the hell up out the room. Like, she represent that shit.
I'll get you less time, but I can't tell them you didn't do it.
This is a video of the 16 keys in your car being put in there by the Russian hookers who ain't even supposed to be here because you got them from human trafficking. Hey, wasn't me.
Good night, y'all.
They need you to find like Johnny Cockbone or something because I can't do it.
Yeah, that's why growing up, anytime something happened, they would come to me first. Did you do it? No. Did you know who did it? Honestly, most of the time I wasn't paying nobody any attention. I found out because we talked about the other day on the Taz Effect. It's like I found out that my cousins at my grandma's house was regularly sneaking out the house. I had no clue.
See what I'm saying? But
I did not know.
you should have. They're your cousin. But back to
they said that they intentionally, they knew the room that I would sit in and write and like do my poetry and my art and stuff. So they would sneak out the room right before I would see them so that I wouldn't run the risk of having to try to lie for them. So they was looking out for me too. Because they knew I wouldn't want to snitch on them, but I ain't gonna lie.
Listen.
Could you imagine me sitting there sweating bullets? Did you see where they went?
Dry Snitching Records presents Put Taz in the Corner. Everybody going.
Listen, look, I will sit quietly.
The CEO of Dry Snitching Records is Taz. I just want y'all to know that.
The best I can do for y'all is take my hearing aids out so I can't hear them ask me questions.
They're like, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Like this is not part of what I can do. Like listen, this lying shit is not up to me. That's your shit. But anyway, back to the journey. Now, in life, you come up with different reasons not to enjoy yourself. Y'all, Raise your hand if you've ever talked yourself out of something. I have. I always wanted to do a show about comedy. I really did. I was like, yo, I think I could do a show about comedy. Then I went on TikTok and saw King and Queen Lion. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to stay out of that bitch. I looked at his content, looked at my content, and I said my content would look like.
What is it called, honey?
Cat booty coffee.
My shit would look like cat booty coffee compared to it. But I talked myself out of it. I talked myself out of expanding into film. I was on a live with Lady G yesterday. And there's a gentleman on there who I think now follows me because good dude from Brooklyn. Good dude. He is in the process of getting his Netflix. He's getting the process of putting his documentary on Netflix. He's having meetings with people. And I'm sitting there going, I could do that. We put guardrails on our own journey. Y'all know that? We put guardrails on our own journey. We understand, again, the equation is still the same. You got a day your ass gets here. When you get here, you are guaranteed a day to get the hell up out this bitch. It's like you got a rental. Month to month, you are renting. You can stay in that bitch for 125 years, or you can be in that bitch for 15 minutes. But when you enter this mug, you got a day to get out. We put guardrails on that. And we all start to feel inadequate in our own journeys. That's what, and America as a whole throughout the history is good for making people do that. It is. America is good at that. They are good at the idea of telling you, well, because you're this, you can't do this. I told you, when I wanted to be an astronaut, my father said they won't let niggas be astronauts. Hi, Mr. Guardrail. Didn't even know you were there. Oh, I almost ran to the right. Heaven forbid I actually go off into that field called go to be an astronaut and my ass doesn't go to space. I wanted to be a psychiatrist. What my father say? They won't let niggas be psychiatrists. Oh, shit, is that another guardrail? Holy shit. Let me drive off into that. I mean, let me bump up against that because heaven forbid I go off into the field called psychiatry and I actually help people. When I said I wanted to be a soldier, my father said, now that they'll let a nigga be. And that's the thing that opened up. Road was big, but what my father didn't tell me was how much of a toll it would take on my body and mind. You see, I limit my damn self. If you think, and I love this, when people tell you I hate white people, or when people tell you I'm angry all the time, I'm just an angry black man, that is them trying to put guardrails on me. I'm not putting them on myself. They are. People can say whatever they want to about me, and people will believe it. That's the crazy part. It's like, go watch his content. Go watch anything a man's ever done, and you'll see the truth. But the part of it is, it now has become almost imperative that people put guardrails on your journey to make their journey a lot smoother. Somebody stop me when I'm telling a lie. I did something in my coffee this morning that I'll never do again. I put some fiber in it, and this shit is turning into mud. That fiber is whooping my ass. Like it's the fiber is beating the coffee, and I'm gonna leave the coffee alone. Let them have that fight. But
did you learn nothing from the Why Wednesday confession yesterday?
I did not.
Don't put no powders with nothing with water in it.
I'm never doing this again. Listen, this cup of coffee is wasted. Thank you, fiber. Anyway, they will put limits on the way you are perceived in order to make themselves look bigger. The question is, why would you do that? I'm not putting no damn hot sauce in there. The question is not only why do they do that, but why do you allow them to do it? Once again, destination, still the same. You are on a road. You're going to see things. You're going to do things. You're going to hear things. You're going to say things. You're going to fall in love. You're going to fall in lust. You're going to get angry and all of these other things. All the emotional spectrum is going to happen during your journey. Why the hell are you going to let somebody stop that? So that they can pigeonhole you to make themselves look better. It's happened to me. It has happened to me several times. And I don't get in depth on the hurt that happens, that creates. I don't get in depth on the feelings of betrayal that happens. I don't get in depth on any of that. But it has, and it's happened to you. Some of y'all have talents you won't use. Some of you have talents that you don't even tap into. The reason, like, again, I use her as an example because she's a beautiful human being. Like, for example, Mary Greenberg was a hot mother effer when she was younger. Which has made her this beautiful human being that I know today. But that was part of her journey. The guy y'all see sitting in front of y'all right now, that you can hear and see, I wasn't always like that. I went through heartaches and trials and tribulations and things of that nature. People tried to stop me from being the person that I am. But I also stopped myself. I didn't want to try new things. I didn't want to, like the military sent me to different places. That's the only reason I went. I would have been just like one of these goofy ass goobers living in their goddamn they have been in Fox Bang, Alabama their whole life. They ain't never left Fox Bang, Alabama. But they'll tell you, this is the greatest country on earth. Bitch, you ain't never left Fox Bang, Alabama. How the hell do you know? We limit ourselves. We tell ourselves in our heads that we're unworthy of this or unworthy of that or unlearned in this. We can't do these things. We are our own worst critic. But why? For what? Like, imagine if all the dudes that crashed Grindr suddenly just came out one day. It's like, listen, I'm gay. I enjoy nuts on my chin. That's a burden. That is a burden. That is bricks of a broken house that you're carrying around with you because you just don't want to live and be who you are. Let's think about that. Every time a group of Republican conservative men get together, Grindr crashes. Every time. Every single time. It doesn't matter what it is. These some bitch went to a football stadium for a WWE style memorial and they crashed Grindr. That means even in the midst of you telling yourself, I'm going here to celebrate the life and liberty of Charlie Kirk, you want some pubes in your nose. Like, you want hard jank and bubblegum in your booty cheeks. Pause. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not after yesterday.
What?
Not after yesterday.
Is that?
Not after yesterday. You limit your damn self. You carry bricks for a house you never built. And those bricks break you down. You got men out here trying to pretend to be masculine. But it's just simply easier to be yourself. There's no set parameters to masculinity. Here's a little secret, ladies. There's no set parameters for womanhood. None. None. It is not a well. It's not a lake that the water will suddenly dry up if too many people are there. It's a goddamn ocean. Masculinity can be interpreted in so many different ways, but men limit themselves. Gotta have a gun, gotta work, gotta have big dick, gotta fight women, be in the back making sandwich. That's it. So you don't get a chance to do any poetry, any art, any at all. You don't get a chance to flirt. I flirt with every one of y'all every day. Did y'all know that? Were y'all aware that I flirt with every single one of you, man and woman? Were y'all aware of that? Because I do. It's part of who I am. And you know what, Mary? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Some people try hard not to have those guardrails. Whether it's something you were given as a child or whether it's something that somebody's trying to put on you now. A lot of people fight against those guardrails. They do. Some are very, very successful at it, and some are not. Some people are not successful at getting rid of those guardrails. That's why when you see, last night we were talking about old actors like Humphrey Bogart, right? We were talking about Humphrey Bogart. He was born like 1899 or some shit, right? The man died at 56. 56. Now, he made a whole lot of great movies. He really did. Not going to sit up and lie. He made some fantastic movies. But the man died at 56. That man lived through World War I and World War II. In 56 years, he tried to pack on as much life as possible, but I can even guarantee you this. Humphrey Bogart put guardrails on himself. Some men are afraid to step outside of the bubble that is masculinity because the masculinity that they're telling you is that a man's supposed to be now is another goddamn guardrail. You have to be in this box. You got to be right here. No other growth can happen. No other growth. For women, we have this cis versus trans conversation. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter because the masculine people see weakness. That's all they see. They have labeled all of it weak. That is another guardrail. While you fighting for the crumbs of who sits on top of this bitch, it's a pile of crumbs brought to you by guardrails. And what do you get from those guardrails at the end of your journey? Let's say you live long enough to be old and infirm. All you have is memory. At the end of those memories, what you got? Do you see the moments where you took the chance on yourself and did something that was completely out of your wheelhouse and something that you found you were good at? I'm going to give y'all an example of a person I'm talking about. Did any of y'all know Knox? Knox on TikTok. Beautiful black man with the gray hair, married to a husband, all that other good shit. Something I said to him when he was on our show convinced him to become a model. He reached out to Gambit, and Gambit sent the message to me that, I encouraged him and inspired him to do it. No, I didn't. All I did was knock down a guardrail. That's it. I'm so proud of that man because he is getting past that guardrail to find what he can do. And make no mistake about it, he's good at it. He has a style all his own. It is gorgeous. But I don't take any credit for that. None. All I did was, oh, look, is that a guardrail? Blank. And I knocked that bitch off. Make that bigger, Taz. Make that bigger. Look at that. Look at this man. Look at this man. Look at him. He is doing something he never thought he could. All because somebody took a sledgehammer, knocked that goddamn guardrail off, and he went off and found out what he could do. Imagine if you could do that, or imagine if somebody did that for you. Yeah, you work a job. Okay, I clock in, I work 8, 10, whatever hours. I clock out, I go home. But let's say when you go home, you go straight into an art studio where you paint, or you draw, or you color, or you use computers to create things. Now imagine if you showed it to the world. Maybe you'll make some money off of it. Yes, I will give you, capitalism is always going to run. Somebody can be like, yo, I love that. I'll give you $3,000 for it. Cool. You'll make money, but you are also knocking away a guardrail. It's one thing to do it in here. It's another thing to do it out there. This whole social media thing, this was me knocking away a guardrail. I will never forget when my TikTok account really kind of blew up, the first one. My sister Linda calls me, or she texts me. We texting. And then we get on a phone call, and when you get on the phone with Linda, especially at night, be prepared for a 3-hour conversation. That's how smooth my relationship is with my sister. So she was like, I wanted to tell you something. I'm like, okay. She's like, I wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. Well, I'm thinking this is boilerplate sister thing, because I'm glad, I love the fact that she's proud of me, and I'm proud of her. She said, you right now are the man our father wished he could have been. I was blown away by that, because in actuality, it's true. The way I speak, the things that I speak about, the intelligence I bring to him, the humor, the flirtatious nature, my father wanted to be all of it. But he had guardrails from when he was a kid. He had guardrails from Jim Crow South. He joined the Navy at 17 just to get away from Dillon, South Carolina. And he couldn't stay in the Navy or the Air Force because my father was illiterate. He dropped out in 6th grade after my grandmother died. So yes, I am breaking a generational curse. I am. I told my brother, I want to say about 15 years ago, I said, Dad's gone. We own the name. We are House McCormick now. It's us. We can do anything we want to with it. That was me seeing my journey and noticing there was way too much. It was way too narrow in certain places. Bitch, watch this. I'm knocking the whole thing out. The whole thing out. My father was removed from the Army, from the Navy and the Air Force because he was illiterate. I have a bachelor's degree in communications, and I was able to retire honorably as a staff sergeant. That's a generational curse. That's opening up that road of my journey and knocking those goddamn guardrails away. Each of you are breaking a generational curse, and you don't know it because you don't give yourself credit for it, A, and B, you don't see that this part of your journey is the best part. It is the best part. It is. When you break those guardrails, your life becomes so much better. Argue with your mama. Do not argue with her. When you do something you've never done before, but you've wanted in your heart and your soul to do, and then you do it, you are blowing guardrails away. They're not just bent, they're blown away. Yes, I hate the trolls on TikTok. I hate the suppression of videos on TikTok. I hate the fact that TikTok will give me an account warning, but a white guy that does the exact same shit that I do Nothing. He gets verified. I hate that shit. Because in this time and age that we live in, conformity is what they want. Jake Lang is a conformist. Ben Shapiro is a conformist. Stephen Miller is a conformist. J.D. Vance is a conformist. Donald Trump is a conformist, meaning, here's your script, bitch, keep moving. And we are losing sight of the idea of being something and doing something we've never done before. And under any other normal circumstance, okay, wasted potential, blah, 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 you'd be fine. But this is your journey. Again, you know the destination. You already know where it is. You don't know when, but you know where it is. So every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year, every decade, that you do not break those guardrails, you are going to get to your journey and nothing about it will be special or unique. Not one goddamn. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly where life becomes difficult. I'm looking at all these farmers who are complaining about importing Argentine beef and how it's going to hurt the farmers and how it's going to hurt the farms and people are going to go under. There was the chick with the dairy and all that other shit, right? And they're mad because people are saying, who did you vote for? Here is why that matters in the conversation that we're having. These people thought of themselves. And I mean that. These people thought of just themselves. $5 super chat from Miss Dread.
Donations, gifts.
It is one thing to dare to dream. It's another thing to be daring and act on your dream. True statement. Now, these farmers voted for themselves. They didn't vote for us. They voted for themselves. But in the process of doing that, they hurt themselves. See, when you vote with bullshit happens. You out here slitting your throat and we all getting bled on. But when it comes to the conversation we're having about the journey right now, it is this. You may not have wanted to be a farmer, but you're very good at being one, right? You don't do this farming just for yourself. The satisfaction should be in people eating your food, the food you grew, the food you raised, whatever. But you didn't find that enjoyment. Or you didn't find enough of that enjoyment. You thought about trans women in sports, and trans women are eating your steaks. Or maybe not now. So your journey is going to be of heartache. You're going to lose your farm. And maybe you have no other talents. Be safe, Mary, love you to death, kiss that husband, kiss that kid for me. Maybe you have no other talents other than farming. But when you voted, you didn't vote thinking, yo, with what I have raised, with what I have produced, people are able to be fed. Full bellies mean better journeys. I didn't think like that. I only thought of myself. Well, now I've screwed myself and the people that would have eaten my product, would have consumed my product, would have had those full belly. You can't think in terms of a singular idea to screw everyone. Because make no mistake about it, the gifts that you have inside of you don't want to just keep them to yourself. You want others to enjoy them. Once again, part of your journey. I don't do the Sound of Coffee because of myself. I do it because of you guys. Told y'all about 6 months in, this stopped being a me show. This became a we show. And imagine if I said, screw it. I'm going to come in, cuss everybody out. I don't want nobody here. It's just going to be me on the microphone with Tab. Is that a show or is that just a vanity project? It's like live streams on TikTok or Twitch or whatever. You want the interaction from the crowd. You want that. You are giving a gift to other people. It is what you do with that gift that matters, because you will become a part of someone's journey. If you give them shit during their journey, they will give it back to you. These farmers are out here complaining and being really upset about Argentine beef and shit like that, but you voted to put yourself in this position. Your selfishness and whatever guardrails, because think about it, the only reason these people would believe it is the bullshit that would make them vote against their own goddamn best interests are guardrails. The blue-haired trans woman trying to get in the bathroom with your daughter, knowing goddamn well that's not happening, because you believe in that bullshit, believe in the guardrail. You go in, you vote, and everybody gets screwed, including you. You see, those talents that we have that make our journey better, the ones that we want to share with the world, we cannot share them as a selfish thing. When we first started the Villains Guild, I didn't want to be the leader. I didn't. I wanted to always feel like I was a part of the crew, part of the group. I've told y'all the story about my degree, how I didn't want my siblings to think that I thought I was better than them. So I didn't want to tell anybody. That was me hiding a gift. That was me creating a guardrail in my own goddamn head. Not, hey, I'm the first person in my family to get a bachelor's degree. I'm the second person in my family to get a degree of any kind behind my brother. I come from parents who stressed education. My mother dropping out in the 11th grade, my father dropping out in the 6th, them wanting a diploma, them wanting us to be more educated. Here I am trying to hide this shit. I'm putting guardrails in my head, in my own head. I used to think my siblings were better than me. I used to think my kids were better than me. I used to think my wife was better than me. Guardrails. Boom, 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 boom. Guardrails. On my own journey. So that when I do get to wherever my destination is, or when my destination is, I'm filled with nothing but regret. How many people do you think sitting in a cemetery right now regret the life that they live? You know, Rick Warren came out with a book called A Purpose-Driven Life. Somebody gave it to me and I never read it. Because yes, spirituality and faith are a part of it. Do not get me wrong. If you are a person of faith, a person of spirituality, I love the hell out of you. I am not. I am a person, I believe myself to be a realist, but I am also a humanist. So I believe that human achievement comes from human beings. And when this shit, when the time is up on our clocks, we go in a box or a crematorium, then we go in the ground or in an urn. That's my belief. So yes, faith and spirituality might be a part of your journey, but it shouldn't be the only part of your journey that makes up why you do what you do, why you give the world the gifts that you give. And that's what these farmers are not understanding. That's what all of these red state, Republican, poor states, that's what they're not understanding. To continue to vote for people to give you guardrails is not helping you or anybody around you. You are making it difficult on yourself, on your family, on your community, on your city, your state. That's thousands of people's journeys affected by you. I want my videos to affect people in a way that makes them think. I've told y'all this before. I want you to think. I want you to challenge. I want you to get mad that I'm challenging. Because what is it that happens when you're angry about something that is true? You're rebelling. You over here trying to drill the guardrail in while it's blowing out in the goddamn wind. You're trying to preserve something that stopped you from being the best person you are, and it stopped your journey. Yeah, I'm controversial. I don't know why.
Oh, he used the profanity and the F word and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And it's the messenger y'all look at, not the message. The message is a part of the journey. It's like the end of a G.I. Joe or something out of Fat Albert and shit. You know what I mean? It is us doing our damnedest to open your road, to make your journey smoother. And I don't need to take credit for it. I need you to. You discover something because I said something in a video. You're going, wow, I'm never going to do that again. Or wow, I didn't even know that. Now I'm going to study on it. You blew the guardrail out. I didn't. All I did was give you a sledgehammer or some dynamite or napalm. I gave you the napalm. You're the one that dropped it. You're the one that opened your road up. You're the one that got more knowledgeable, which made your journey more enjoyable. Fuck, I look like taking credit for you becoming and learning some shit. I can't do that. The idea of inspiration. I really want to believe I've inspired people to do things. I do. But I don't want to take a single ounce of credit for it. I'm glad when people call, they send me DMs and say, hey, you inspired me to do X, Y, and Z. And I say the same thing to everybody. Anybody that's ever sent me a DM to thank me about something, anybody's ever sent me a DM to say that I've inspired them to do something, what is it that I tell y'all? I'm just a villain. Nothing more. Villain ain't got to play by no damn rule. Villains do not have to play by any damn rule. We are guardrail blow. We are I said guardrail blowers. Pause.
Pause! What is that?
I have to ask you about that one. That was
that was nasty, wasn't it?
It
Yes,
was.
that was
And just so you know, I'm adding that to the lexicon because I know somebody about to use it.
what, guardrail blowers?
Yep.
We in a
You
whorehouse?
like nasty ass
Back
about to use it.
the fuck up.
We in a whorehouse?
When it
In a whorehouse now?
whorehouse.
If you go blowing guardrails, seek therapy. But anyway, I say it all the time. Somebody says, could you please bring a light to this? And I do it. Can you please put this GoFundMe up? And I do it. Hey, I saw your video on this, that, and the third. I went and researched, and I'm enlightened. I thank you for enlightening me to something I knew nothing about. I say the same thing every time. I'm just a villain. Nothing more. The concept, the basis of villainism, which is what I practice, is the simple matter of seeing what's there, seeing what people are saying about it, and giving them the truth. The tenets of villainism could be best summed up like that. The tenets of villainism can be best summed up like that. It's not about popularity. It's not about, look at me. It's not about, Thomas did this. It is simply a matter of, I know what is going on. I have no pretense about the way the world is operating right now. I don't have any rose-colored glasses. I don't try to see the sunny side. I see exactly what the F is there. Then I look at how it's being reported, how it's being talked about, who is encouraging it, who is discouraging it. I look and I see that. And I say, wait a minute. Allow me to stand my ass right over here with a megaphone, with profanity, and tell you how wrong all of you are. And why we need to do this rather than that bullshit y'all got over there. So I'm an instrument. Yeah, I'm a man. I'm a father, a husband, a brother, a son. I'm a leader. I'm a veteran, a non-commissioned officer. I will be all these things. But really, all I am is a mirror. That's it. That's all. The tenets of villainism is a mirror. But the mirror's reflection isn't supposed to show you the best. It's supposed to show you the realest. It's supposed to be the thing that destroys guardrails as it goes on. It tears guardrails apart, just blows them away. Because once you know, you got two choices. You can ignore or you can embrace. And when you embrace that there were no guardrails there in the first place, you can also embrace everything that you could possibly do, all the lessons you could possibly learn, all the people you can possibly inspire just by living without limits. A guardrail's a limit. Villainism teaches that those guardrails, they don't exist. They don't. They are put there by you and everybody around you. And they limit the person you could possibly be, the inspiration you could possibly be. And they lead to a destination where all you have is regret. I don't want to regret a goddamn thing. I don't. I want to eat red velvet cake. I want to flirt. I want to laugh. I want to get angry. I want to get lustful. I want to get horny. I want to be spiritual. I want to live in a way that inspires. I want your journey to have fun, to be thoughtful, to be passionate. My job is to break that shit. Any person that calls themselves a practitioner of villainism does not want the system and shit to change for their own benefit, but for yours. Believe me, when I tell y'all I have thought about villainism since I first opened my mouth and said I was one, this shit is all an honest, yes, I made it. There, I'll say it. But I want it to grow. I do. Donald Trump is going to live his best life. And do you know why? Because of you. He takes from you to enrich himself. It's a tale as old as time. It is a tale as old as time. He takes from you to make himself better. He wants his journey to be smooth on your back. Your back. Not for yourself. Not for you, never for yourself, but for him. That's what he wants. And the problem with that is this. His journey is smooth, yours is harder. Why are you accepting that? Why are you accepting that somebody else gets to shine and you don't? Why are you accepting them? Why are you accepting of the idea that you are built for suffering? The reason I stopped watching those slave movies was because of that. After 12 years a slave, I was beat down. Here come Will Smith with Emancipation. I said, I can't do it. I can't. I cannot. Because I know goddamn well there's more to black people than slavery. I know this. There's more to black people than any stereotype a white person can give me. I've seen black love. I've been in black love. Seen black joy. You ever watch your autistic son run across the goddamn couch and then try to leap like he's Spider-Man and shit, and you got to be on the other end and catch him? That's some joyful shit. I didn't think it was. At the time, I'm like, oh shit, he gonna break his head. But it was joyful. That was joyful. I've seen black joy. Barbecues, cookouts, spade games, Frankie Beverly and Maze. I've seen black joy. I have seen black desire. I have seen black hope. From the pulpit to the hood. Seen it. So you're not about to convince me that suffering is the only thing my journey should have on it. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You're not about to tell me that there are rules to my journey. No, I won't play your goddamn stereotype. Kiss my dick. No. No, I will not play your stereotype. No, I will not be your boogeyman. You go find somebody else. No, I will not be your goddamn statistic. I told y'all when I was a kid, they said the life expectancy, the life expectancy for black males between the age of 18 and 25 was low. And I said, screw that shit. Blew past 18, made it to 25, was like, yay, look back, my brother's 4 years younger than me. So when he turned 25, both of us was high-fiving each other and shit. I'm not living like that any goddamn more. Because I don't have to. I don't. That's a guardrail. My journey should not have that toxic shit on it. If you're a woman, why in the hell are you letting men tell you what you control? Men are guardrailing your ass while you're sleeping like, guardrail, guardrail, and you got to wake up to that shit and you think that's a life you're supposed to live? My wife was telling me if you want to be a trad wife, be a trad wife. Fine. You want to be a kept woman, be a kept woman. But understand what you're getting with that. Understand it. If you're a kept woman, meaning you're with this man because he finances you and puts you up in houses and shit like that, don't all of a sudden try to change the rules. Now, this is my wife. My wife is a woman. I'm gonna let her have her damn say because I don't know nothing about it. But even in that, why are you letting somebody dictate your life? You're a goddamn woman. Nobody knows womanhood like you know womanhood. It is men that is making the conversation between heterosexual women and trans women happen. It's men. It is men-centered. Men, let me say this one more time. It is men-centered. My good friend, my brother, and co-owner of Ghost Claw Productions Radio, the host of the Kennedy Effect, my good friend, the best in the biz, right next to Taz, Mr. Jeff Kennedy is in the building. Good morning, Jeff. Hold on. Wait. Say it again. Say it again. Oh, Taz. Taz, what happened? I can't hear you. Taz! Girl, you are breaking up. You are like a New Edition song about breakup right now. That's what you are. Okay, she's going to go. Now, these are men-centric conversations. Women, y'all are pawns in it. Trans women, y'all are pawns in it. Pawns. In a men-centric conversation. Which means, once again, men are telling you, here's your guardrails, don't stay. Here's your guardrails, bitch, don't move out of them. Men-centric. The conversation of race in the United States is white man-centric. Black folks become pawns in this conversation. We're not living our best life because we got to argue with this shit. I was looking at a video this morning of a white woman. You know what? Never mind. Let me find it because I'm going to find it too.
When it comes to the best thing,
you guys know.
No.
As the marketing team, our mission is to champion the people.
Damn it. That's not what I was looking for. I'm going to find this video. I'm going to find it. Because it is proof positive of what I'm talking about. Now, woman is, Lordy, I'm 40. I don't know why she feels the need to continue to go after black women, but the bitch does. I'm going to let you listen to what she said.
I have a question for black women. How come when I'm scrolling and I see a black woman talking about white women, you always refer to us as like, way to go, white bitch. Good going, white bitch. Way to go, white bitch. Look at that white bitch go. Look at that bitch. Look at that bitch. Look at that.
In the history of things that have never happened, that never happened the hardest. But I want you to look at the optics. A white woman spreading misinformation about black women on an application where men see. Why? Is this making her journey better? No. No, it's not. It's an unfulfilling ass life. It is an unfulfilling life. But it is white man centric. Because now black women got to go fight this shit. Other white women got to go fight this shit. You got to take time out of your journey to stop and tell this doofy bitch, hey, that shit ain't happening. In the history of things that never happened, bitch, that never happened the hardest. Imagine if she took that energy, the energy in making up shit. Imagine if she took that energy into pursuits that made her life better. I want you to imagine that. Imagine that.
They can't.
Go ahead. My bad.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Every day, white women make up scenarios because instead of working towards their goals, they want black women to do it.
And again,
white women get up every single day and lie to men and then get upset that they can't get what they want out of these men because they are changing the standards. Just like how men, regardless of race or nationality, tend to lie to each other about what women want, what the standards are of men, and then get pissed off when they can't reach those standards. There's a male loneliness epidemic in their mind because they decided that women want 6 foot tall, dark and handsome men with this type of body and this type of bank account. Nobody's listening to the women. And white women will sit there and go, oh, well, women that allow this are being taken advantage of, when deep down inside, that's what they want. How about, I don't know, just a thought. Be honest about what you want. Tell the universe what it is that you want so the universe can deliver it, and stop worried about what everybody else got. Because if you're worried about what I got over in my house, guess what you're not focused on? Everything that's being taken out of your house.
Yes. It is as simple as that. Do you know the guardrails don't just hinder, but they take away. They take away. If every racist white man did exactly what Taz just said and stop looking at, well, the blacks get and the Mexican and the Jew and just followed pursuits that made them happy, imagine how much better their lives would be. Just imagine it. Imagine if white women put as much passion into uplifting other women, including trans women. If they did that rather than demonizing them, imagine how much better their journey would be. If you took the energy that you take in hindering yourself by going the blacks, the trans, the Jew, the Muslim, if you did that, if you took all that passion, because it's a passion thing. If you look at this woman's page, it is nothing but dear black women, blah, blah, blah. If this bitch took 35% of the shit she puts out on TikTok, if she took the passion that it takes to make all these goofy ass videos and instead said, you know what, today, I am fighting for the empowerment of women. I'm bringing my trans women along because, goddamn it, it's going to be hard for you too. and I'm fighting for every woman on the face of the earth. Could you imagine what she could accomplish? And in the process of her doing that, those guardrails she put on herself, or men put on her, or her family put on her, or the races put on her, get blown away. She becomes more than she could have possibly imagined. More than she could have possibly dreamed of. She inspires other women to do the same thing. You stop seeing white women wanting black women to do the work only for them to take the credit, and you see black and white women walking hand in hand, blowing away goddamn guardrails all over the place. But she doesn't. And at the end of, when she reaches her destination, this bitch gonna regret everything. Hell, she might regret it the moment her grandchildren get TikTok. Grandma, this was you? Grandma, for real, this was you? Well, you know, the black women, no, Grandma, look at this. There's hundreds of videos like this, Grandma. What was all this about? Now your grandkids are looking at you funny. Or your kids. What happens if her daughters grow up and they're like trying to empower all of womanhood across the world, and they see her mama out here doing this stupid shit? Like, Mom, for real? What happened to women can do it for themselves? What is this shit?
It won't
This is
be
not-
that. They'll get shocked when they need another woman to help them. And those women will go, nope, you told me I was inferior. We talked about it slightly yesterday on TTE, that a lot of people don't learn the lesson until they need the community they destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Because whether y'all believe it or not, you're born into a community. And this has nothing to do with race, nationality, ethnicity, no nothing. You're born into a community, a village, if you will. You determine if it grows, sustains, or dismantles. And a lot of people, brick by brick, tear down that village. And then they look and then they're like, oh shit, I'm by myself. You can't keep demonizing people and then get shocked when they turn into demons. What you put out is going to happen. My daddy says it all the time. The tongue has the power of life and death. You can speak good things into a person or speak bad things into a person. Just like I asked y'all yesterday, what would happen if I decided to make a truth sayer out of every person who says something negative about me, that I stop being who I am and start being who people portray me to be? How would that make you feel? Even if you don't give a damn about me, how would that make you feel? Because we all get something out of one another.
We do. That's the point of living.
If you can no longer get what you get out of me, how does that affect your life? And that's when those women will get it. That's when it will hit home. They don't care about what their daughters or granddaughters have to say about them, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to raise them from birth to do the same thing. And if they don't, they'll just flip it and become a victim of their daughters buying into the woke black woman. They will care when they need another woman to sustain them, to save them, to be there with them in the midnight hour. And when they don't have that, that's when it hits home. That's when everybody freaks out. Because think about it. A racist is proud to be a racist till they lose their job. Then everybody should get along. MAGA was proud to be MAGA until they're losing those generationally gifted farms, until they're losing that generational wealth, until they're losing that generational reputational collateral that they had. Then they're like, oh shoot, I messed up. You have to realize these are people who brought children into this world, not because they wanted an extension of themselves or they wanted a legacy, that they wanted their descendants to go out and do great things. They wanted free labor. They wanted somebody who was obligated to them. They don't see their own children as human beings. And therein lies the problem.
That right there is exactly where people build. When I say those guardrails were given to you, that's what I'm talking about. My wife, who I did not know was listening, shout out to Miss Bill, and I love you. You know that. She said, white women are raised not to live in a sisterhood, but to compete with one another. And what does that, and I'm going to expand on it. What does that competition give you? What spoils of war do you get from the competition? You know, I had to literally, and I mean this with everything in me, I had to unlearn the idea that every single black man was my enemy. I had to unlearn this shit. At this point, if I call you a brother, hey, brother, how you doing, brother? I do that with black men all the time. What's going on, brother? Hey, brother, how you doing? I don't do it because, oh, wow, I'm a hippy-dippy liberal snowflake. No, I do it because every black man is not my enemy. Imagine if the kids during the gang wars in South Central Los Angeles, imagine if they learned that. Yeah, we crip over here. And those are brothers' bloods. We fight against the system. We uplift each other. Imagine if Andrew Tate, instead of trying to turn these lonely, ain't shit men into alphas, he turned them into better men. Imagine that. Imagine if a person who is an out and out racist finally meets a black person and changes. I've seen that happen. There's stories about that. I told you I made a video about the white man who was anti-Muslim. He was anti-Islam. I hated all of it. And then he met a Muslim family and they invited him into the mosque. They invited him to prayer. He prayed standing up, holding his, with the prayer hands. They were doing their call to prayer to Allah. He was blown away. Then he goes back. He tells his congregation about it. Then he invites this Muslim family to his congregation. The Muslim family invite his congregation to fellowship with them. And they begin to understand that Islam is another branch of Abrahamic religions, meaning God and Allah are the same damn person, meaning Jesus is in the Quran. He is looked at as a prophet. Muhammad is the person that brought to them the word of Allah, that sort of thing. These things happen.
David Duke's son.
Yes.
David Duke's son went off to college and was like, wait a minute, black people are smart. Wait a minute. They are nice. And the people who helped him the most were the people he was taught to hate.
Now, Matt, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you let's blow David Duke's son's life to its very end. Let's take that journey all the way to the final destination. Let's take it. David Duke's son is taught these things about black folks and Jews and Muslims and what have you. Then he goes away to college. Now he's got these guardrails right here. And he goes into college with them. And then somebody, maybe slowly, maybe quickly, maybe whatever, they start to unbolt those guardrails on him. He starts to see them, but he doesn't stop them. Doesn't stop them. Pretty soon that guardrail's loose as shit. And then here's David Duke's son just knocking it off. He now gets to truthfully experience blackness in all its forms, good and bad. Every day he's deconstructing. Every day he's deconstructing. Every day he's deconstructing. He meets Jewish people, and they're not everything that his dad said they were. Here's somebody else over there unscrewing those goddamn bolts on that guardrail. He inevitably knocks that bitch off. He understands Judaism and the faith and things of that nature. Meets a Muslim person, same thing. Meets a person that speaks Spanish, same thing. So now this boy's road is completely open. The possibilities now truly are endless. That's what we all should strive toward. But so many of us only think in terms of what we can get out of the journey and not the journey itself. I am learning. Again, You're not talking to somebody who thinks he's perfect at it, because I'm not. I am learning that my daughter Shaylee is a lot like me. I'm learning that my daughter Shaylee is a lot like me. I'm learning that even though both of us have this cynical eye, she has a giving heart. I'll give you an example of why. If you go to hotplate.com, right? Go to hotplate.com. You will and type in, let me see what it is. Let me see. Hold on. Hotplate.com. Laura, if you're listening, send me the URL for the website. My daughter is running a shop called Sugaries. She's running a shop because she creates all these delicious pies and cakes and covered strawberries and all of this other stuff. That's something she's never done. She got a website now. She broke a guardrail, pushed that bitch out the way, and now she's going to fly through it. Now, whether she's a huge success or just a local success, it doesn't matter. Because my daughter saw that the road, there were guardrails on it. Let me break them bitches apart. Let me get them out of the way, because this is not the person I want to be. Every time y'all see me in a video, understand what I am doing is I might be entertaining. I might be annoying. I might piss off people. I might be answering a comment or what have you. I might be doing all of that. But you know what, the one thing I am doing? I am giving you the pliers and the tools to knock that goddamn guardrail off. That's what I'm doing. I live the tenets of villainism. I live them because I know that is what breaks guardrails. That part is what breaks guardrails. The part that shows you you don't have to live like that. You don't have to live that ignorant, that angry, that hateful. You got to do all that. You don't. You do not. It is unnecessary. Yes, it was given to you by your mom and dad. Yes, it was given to you by aunt and uncles. Yes, it was given to you by grandparents. Yes, I give you that. They gave you that. Why the hell are you still following it? Why? I've had an idea for a book in my head for almost 30 years. I never wrote it down, but the idea has been in here for almost 30 years. I'm just now starting to put it together. Hell, my wife and my daughter tell me all the time, you have such great advice for women. Why don't you write a book? And I'm going, why don't I? Why don't I? Not a book of this is what you should do to get a man, but a book about this is what the hell you should do to get a life, to make that journey better. And if it inspires you to be that person, you don't owe me shit. You don't owe me a goddamn thing. You don't. Because guess what? It was what I was supposed to do. What I was supposed to do. When I started moving these guardrails, it wasn't just about Thomas. It was about what can Thomas inspire others to do and be. When the guild was formed, between myself and Professor Moriarty, we understood what we wanted. It took us a while to get there, but we knew from day one what we wanted. We said to each other, we're going to change the world. Thomas, we're going to change the world. It wasn't about, Thomas, let's get rich. Or, hey, E, let's get rich and powerful and verified and brand deal. It was never that. It was never that. The tenets of villainism came from my own deconstruction. The idea of villainism came from my own deconstruction. I could no longer be Staff Sergeant Thomas McCormick, United States Army, 92 Yankee 30 level. I couldn't do it anymore. My mind and my body would not allow me to do it anymore. And my wife will be the first person to tell you that hurt. It hurt. I had a hard time coming to grips with the fact that I couldn't do this anymore. I clung on to it. Just like I clung on to the sergeant stripes and clung on to the staff sergeant stripes. I can't do anything to lose these. It was all meaningless. Staff Sergeant Thomas McCormick sits in 2 boxes on the other side of this barn. I didn't kill him. I didn't erase him. Put him in a box. Anytime I want to go back to him, he's right there. The tenets of villainism came from this deconstruction. This idea that we don't have to have our journeys be hard and difficult. We can have journeys that are life-affirming, that are lustful, that are fun. Yeah, you got to work. Please don't misunderstand me. Everybody got to make this paper. I understand that. But you know what else I understand? That's not the only thing you can do. Some of you right now, within the sound of my damn voice, some of you right now within the sound of my voice, you are living a life that is unfulfilled. You don't have to tell me. You got to tell yourself. You, right now, know you are living a life that is not what you wanted it to be. Maybe your body isn't cooperating. Maybe your finances aren't cooperating. Maybe where you come from, you see nothing but food deserts and dilapidated buildings. Maybe your parents didn't see better for themselves and then they instilled that in you. My question is, why are you still doing it? Why are you still doing it? Right now, if I told one of y'all, if I told any of y'all, hey, there's a mountain of cash underneath that mountain. If you can get to it, you can have it. You would do everything in your power to get to that money, wouldn't you? You would. You would do anything in your power to get to that money. And the whole time you're going to be thinking, I can pay off this, I can pay off that, I can pay off this, these student loans, this loan, that loan. I can pay the house, I can do this, and you can do this. What if you never get to the money? What if you never get to it? Would you keep trying? Probably. Probably. Or you would see the worth that you have outside without having to do that much work. You have gifts, ladies and gentlemen, every one of you. Every single one of you. You have gifts. You are the ones that choose what to do with them. You choose. You do. Do not misunderstand me. You do. The question is, are you going to do it? Or are you going to allow fear to continue to hold on to you and mistreat you and have your ass out here believing that you ain't shit? I get it. Words hurt. Do not misunderstand me. I know how bad they do. Betrayal is a bitch. I understand that. But I also understand this. The limits you put on yourself is the reason your journey will be regretful when you reach your destination. I told y'all about the guy that told me about the dash. He said, on your tombstone, you have a date and a year you were born. You have a date and a year that you died. The space or the dash, that's your life. What is it going to mean to you? When I go to my mother's grave and I see that space is me. That space is my brother. Be safe, Shab. Love you to death, brother. Be safe on that. Be safe on them roads, brother. Hey, Shab, I'm proud of you, man. I love you. I'm proud of you. Please remember that. That space between those dates, that's me and my sibling. That's a loving woman. That's a faithful woman. She wasn't perfect. Never perfect. That was my mom. That space is me. That space is my brother and my 3 sisters. When I die, when I go, the space, that space is my wife, who I love more than she'll ever understand. That space is my children, all 8 of them, watching as they grew through trial, through tribulation, through heartache, through sorrow, through joy, through finding themselves. That space is my grandchildren. The goofiness, the funniness, the lovingness, the tears, watching them walk, watching them learn how to talk. That space is my friends from the Army, my friends from college. That space is the brutalist leader of the Villains Guild, who, once that happened, I go into time, I go into history. Brutalist emeritus. Somebody else will sit that chair. That space is knowing someone else will pilot, someone else will lead an organization I helped to create. That space will be you. That space will be Tad. That space will be this radio station. That space will be whoever hosts the Sound of Coffee after I'm gone. My destination's already set. I don't know why people choose to live with these guardrails. I don't. I genuinely do not. I don't understand. I am doing everything I possibly can, day in and day out, to not have these guardrails. My mind sometimes is my greatest enemy. Despite the braggadocious braggart that you see in front of a camera, yeah, I suffer from self-esteem issues just like anybody else. I suffer from inadequacies just like anybody else. The feeling I'm inadequate as a husband, inadequate as a father, inadequate as a friend, inadequate as a leader. Doesn't mean I don't get my black ass up and try it again. I want them guardrails gone. I want them gone. I want my journey to matter, not just to me, but to other people. You know, in the Army, they say it's a life of service. In service to protecting the constitutions and the freedoms therein. In protection of the people and their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I never let that go. Like, my wife is a nurse through and through. She gonna be a nurse till she die. She is a nurse. She is all about care, all about concern, all about healing. If my wife turned into a police officer, she'd be a police officer nurse. Just like when I was in the Navy, I said I was a sailor. I was a soldier on a boat. I didn't ever call myself a sailor. Her life is a life of service. The Army is the same way. Our oath never ends, so why the hell would my belief in living a life of service, why would I stop believing that? I serve as the brutalist of the Villains Guild because I want the guild to grow, and I want us all to live the 3 laws: authenticity, telling the truth, and fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. The brutalist is the embodiment of that. But more than anything else, My life of service is to the common good, to humanity in all of its aspects, in the good, in the bad, in the joyful, in the sorrowful, in the brightest lights, in the darkest caverns. A life of service, a life of teaching and living and believing that guardrails were given, but they don't need to stay there. A life of loving the air you breathe, the water you drink, the people you know. A life of service to the idea of the best of human achievement. We all are not going to be rich and famous. Hell, I'm not even famous. I'm not even rich. But I never go to bed. I never lay my head on my pillow thinking that, oh, well, you know, if I die right now, everybody going to miss me. No. I'm sure they will. But don't miss me. Just know my journey is over. I have reached my destination. And I want to reach it with not a single regret in sight. I want to write books. I want to take this idea that my wife gave me and go around America and start doing interviews and giving them and putting them on putting clips on a TikTok and making a whole YouTube channel about. I want that. But I want it in service to the human condition. If I get rich off of it, great. If I get famous off of it, okay. I'm bringing all of y'all with me. I'm bringing every one of y'all with me. I always joke that if this show ever got so big that we had thousands of people listening and watching and shit, that I would never forget the people that were here in the beginning. And I still won't. Taz is still going to be my producer, period. Where I go, she go. Well, I don't like her. I don't give a shit. You want me, right? Yeah, then she coming. And with Taz coming, that means all of us are going. We going together. My wife says that I'm like the second Shazam movie, where Shazam was so hell-bent on getting his entire family involved to fight the whatevers. And everybody's like, no, Billy, this is on you. You are the one with the power. You have to do this. I was once told as a little kid that you can't fix or save the world. And I'll never forget my question afterwards. Why not? Why can't I inspire the mind that cures cancer? Why can I not inspire the mind that brings liberation to people? Why can I not inspire the mind that gets a person into modeling or cosmetics or entertainment? Why can I not do that? Why can I not use whatever Rao is given me to make your journey better? Because you make mine better. I still believe that. I can change the world. I can fix it. I can heal it. Maybe not through anything that I directly do. Maybe simply from inspiring. Making sure that your journey, at the very end of it, is one where you lay your head down without a single regret. Maybe I can inspire you to make the dash, the space between those two dates, something that the world remembers. Maybe you will inspire a mind because I inspired you. Maybe you will create a group because I inspired you. And people will reach out to me, man, I can't believe, thank you so much. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody. Every time I get one of those messages, and trust me, kids, I've gotten a lot of them over the past 6 years. That's why I've told people all the time, why are you believing some secondhand shit when you can come ask me? I have never changed. So I'm going to say the same thing I always say. I'm just a villain. Nothing more. I live the tenets of villainism. I live the tenets of villainism. Kobe's for the collective journey people. You ain't bullshitting.
Kobe!
For the collective journey people, y'all all get Kobe's. Y'all walking out of the door with Kobe's today. God damn it, I'm giving up some
Kobe!
Y'all get Kobe. I will always say that. I live the tenets of villainism. The idea that you ain't got to have those guardrails ever from anyone about any aspect of who you are. So I'll end the show like this. Womanhood is not a glass that has finite water. Womanhood is an ocean. Rather than trying to hoard the ocean water, invite someone to bathe and drink in it. Masculinity does not have a set of rules. Masculinity, much like the wind, can go anywhere and do anything. Whiteness is a lie. Whiteness stops you from seeing the humanity in other human beings. It stops you. It stops you from seeing what is truly there. Let it go. Stop holding on to it. Embrace humanity in all of its forms. And above all else, learn to break the guardrail. Every day you should either break a guardrail or work towards breaking it. The guardrail is the chain. It's the box they put you in. It's the road they tell you to ride on. There's endless possibilities on both sides, but you can't get to them because somebody told you this is your parameters. Stop it. Stop it. Be the person that is unafraid to break the guardrail. Because whether it's good or bad, what sits outside of it will change your life. And you will then, on this journey, have something so fulfilling, so monumentally life-changing, that at the end, when you reach that destination, all you will think of is how sweet the journey was. Tim Curry, Dolly Parton, Michael Wright, Hayden Panettiere, Samuel Monroe Jr. They gave you a part of their journey. And they ran and they reached their destination. Do not mourn, celebrate, and let their lives inspire you to live a life without one limit. Because that is the most important part of living. You like what I'm doing here to want to support? Think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop for as little as $3 a month. That's our low tier. You can help me keep all of this running. You can help me keep making this incredible content because, incredible and all. Nah, I mean, I am still working. Y'all got to understand something. The reason I haven't put all of these pictures of my trips to like Korea and Germany and shit like that on the Patreon is because every time I try to go do it, I find some other shit. Taz, I'm going to email you. I'm going to text you something. Can you please do me a favor and put this on the screen? because for
Okie
whatever
dokie
reason,
artichoke.
what?
I said okie dokie artichoke. What you think I see?
I thought you said choke a peacock, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, no Karafuda Kush. What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? You can't end the show with you choking out a goddamn pigeon. I mean, a goddamn peacock. We can't have that. I got a picture of that though. Patreon.com/Thomas Bishop. The Sound of Coffee Shop is open. It's running in this piping hot. I have got to spend an entire weekend doing one thing and one thing only. Clean up, makeup. I've got ideas and plans and stuff all over. I've got to put them on the Sound of Coffee Shop. I'm going to. So go to the Sound of Coffee Shop. Go to Sound of Coffee, all one word, -shop.fourthwall.com. On your screen is a QR code. Please take a different device and scan it.
Or a screenshot.
It will lead you to my daughter, Shaylee's shop on Hot Plate. Sugary's First Drop. Go check it out. I don't know if she's doing mail orders and stuff, but if it gets big enough, hell, I'll help her do it. But this is a endeavor of love by one of the most kick-ass women I've ever known. Like, never say die-ass woman, right? So take a screenshot, check it out. Sugary's First Drop on Hot Plate. Please do so. Before I go, I leave you with.
You cannot do the screenshot in the chat now. Is the direct link.
See, this is why Taz is necessary in the game. This is why. Because I tried to get the link and I couldn't do the link, and I'm linking and I couldn't do the link. I'm linking.
Also, do not forget, you can get official GCPR merch at ghost-claw-productions.preview.teespring.com. That is GCPR merch, the official site for where every voice matters and every back is a billboard.
Yeah, we gonna advertise on your ass. Do not think otherwise. Hey, if you buy some merch from the GCPR website, you are now a billboard, goddammit. Hey, where'd you get that cool ass shirt? Oh, I got it from the GCPR. I love you, Nana. I love you so much.
Love you, Nana.
Before I go, I leave you with the universal greeting of the coffee beans. Bow your heads.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
Tell people to get used to it. The day belongs to the coffee beans. Love you, big sis. I love you so much. Hydrate, elevate, self-love, self-care. I love you all. Have a beautiful day on purpose. But there's a 13-hour to reserve. Okay, Dragon, just see, and the prices are reasonable. Look at Annabelle. Look at that. Be kind to show as much love to others as possible, because you never know what someone is going through. You are loved, you are respected, you are admired, you are matter, and you are valid. That is the STL Blue Drop. You guys, y'all just don't know, man. Y'all just do not know. I didn't think I had a second act until I got a second act. I want to thank all of you for breaking a guardrail. I do. I genuinely want to thank all of you for breaking a guardrail in my life. What is it that we say every day, kids? Oh, and one more thing. Don't put too much fiber in your coffee, or you're going to end up with a Hershey incident like yesterday.
Oh. What is that?
Back the fuck up. When did this become a whorehouse?
Listen, hey, them Why Wednesday confessionals be off the chain.
Daddy Long Stroke. You can't smoke it.
Longstroke. Can't joke it. Daddy Longstroke. 8 inches, long DB.
Crikey, goddamn. Daddy Longstroke, too? Damn.
I
Make
mean,
sure you guys
the fiber daddy long stroked your coffee today.
listen. I'm gonna be regular
It got
for at least
thick.
a month. Listen, I'm gonna be regular for at least a month because I just drank the top of that shit and the bottom of it is like, bitch, quicksand, bitch, quicksand. Drink this shit if you want to.
Hold on. You just took the tip.
Pause! What is that?
I gotta keep my little sister trophy shined up right.
Bullshit. You have got to
Shine
keep
bright
it.
like a diamond.
Listen, 3:30 p.m. today. It is the Taz Effect with the one and only Miss Desire Jones, her damn self, the lady with bedazzled croc heels, Miss Taz J. She's gonna give you all your news and information, and maybe she'll give you something to make you want to have conversations with her and patch things up. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We're on the right track. Some bridges were mended. There's one that's on fire. I'm about to Molotov cocktail that bitch, but
don't do it. Don't because we don't Molotov.
It's Think About It Thursday. So on the Taz Effect Daily News in a way you did not know you could use, we're gonna give you a little something to think about.
Good. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is Superplex Party with myself and the Angry IT Nerd. Boy, it has been a week in wrestling. Plus, we got to talk about the latest Dark Side of the Ring. I want to talk. That Renegade one broke my damn heart. Like, god damn. So we'll be talking about all of that tonight. Superplex Party, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed at 11 p.m. by the one and only T. Nathan and Conversations with T. Nathan. What is it that we say every single day, kids? And I want you to say it with this knowledge in mind. Your journey is the most important thing. The most important. The money you make, the lives you interact with, they're all part of it. Break the guardrails, kids. Do what Jor-El said to Kal-El in Man of Steel. Give the people of Earth an ideal to strive toward. They will race behind you. They will stumble and they will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish one. I hope I do that for you because you do it for me. May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the Brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild, a proud, upstanding member of the Outcast Nation. And this has been a Thankful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. I love every one of you. Get your Flag on the Plays for Flag on the Play Friday. We know how those shows go. We don't know where we're going. Hell, my wife just gave me a nominee for Flag on the Play. That's how great that show is. And
yeah, I'm stopping at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all have till then to put them in there because we're having a movie night. So I have to do a cutoff.
Listen, the Reloadeds are going to the movies, and maybe they'll review it, maybe they won't, but if they do, it'll be funny because they're the Reloadeds. I love everyone, and I thank you for being here. I thank you for wanting to be in my life, to be a part of my journey. You will never know how much it truly means to me. All I can give you is this. With love in my heart, I say this. With peace on my mind, I give this. Oh, Annabelle, he shave him head. Back up. You too, Wakandan. Oh, God. I might wear the wig tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might wear the wig tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing.
I'm bringing up
If you
the dreads tomorrow.
if you wear the wig tomorrow, I'll actually get dressed.
I'm gonna wear the wig tomorrow. I
All right,
want my hair. Listen, I was a model for a year and a half, and if I took my hair down, I wanted to like fall down to my calf, and just a tad bit of hair grease. I will see you all in the morning. Flag on the Play Friday. I love you all. Be safe. Have a great day. Peace. Hey.
Y'all all right.
Hey. I love you.
Like I said, y'all all right.
Y'all all right. Now she sound like my
Y'all
brother.
cute and things.
Y'all killing me. I'll see y'all in the morning. Peace.
Yeah.